plant community. My name is Pam and thanks for tuning into this channel. If you're new guys, welcome. Today you guys, I have a fun video for us. It's a plant haul. I'm going to show you guys the plants that I've acquired for the month of July. So come on along. So yeah guys, in no particular order, these are plants, as I mentioned, that I actually brought and purchased in the month of July, and I just want to share with you guys. So let's start off really quick with my beautiful goldfish plant. I picked this plant, you guys, because I love the actual shape of the leaves. They're very shiny and it kind of almost remind me of a succulent, but they're not as thick as a succulent would be. But I just love, it's something about plants, you guys, that I love that give off that wild in the jungle look where it's just really letting go. Now if I ever get this plant to actually bloom and it looks like the goldfish, that would be a treat. But I really just admire this plant for the foliage, and it's very beautiful at a very reasonable price. I want to say I paid maybe like $12, $13 for this, and I like it. I have it hanging in my sunroom here. What I have noticed though a little bit, I may need to pull it back a little bit from the light. It may be getting a little bit too much light because some of the leaves seems to be crispy a little bit now that I'm looking at it, but like I said before, it's a very beautiful plant. My next one, let's see, is a philodendron, and this is the lemon lime philodendron. Isn't this beautiful? I think I got this from, I don't remember if it was either Lowe's or Home Depot. It's part of the Urban Jungle collection. It came in this pot. I think I paid like $22.98 or something for it. But I really love the rosette style of philodendrons. And these leaves, look at it, it's like covering my face. It's so big. And it's unfurled a leaf. I want to say it may have been this leaf, and now, as you can see, we have another leaf emerging. And I'm just a sucker for that beautiful lemon lime color, and like I said, I love philodendrons that have that rosette style growth pattern. Very beautiful. Pairs well, I think, with this planter that it came in, and I couldn't be happier. I have it actually sitting on one of my coffee tables where it's getting some bright indirect light from my Sansi light, as well as I want to say probably a north facing window. But it tends to like it, and I'll just keep a watchful eye on it, and it's maintaining its color and growth, so I couldn't be happier. My next plant, let me show you this plant because I really love it, and I gotta pull it up because I don't remember how to pronounce the name of this plant. Look at this, you guys. It is called a Carpo Edulis. I'll put the name on the screen, you guys. It's some type of succulent, and I have it posted up on these bamboo sticks with the little cute little decor right here. I think it goes very well with this pot. But back to the plants. We're not here to talk about the pot, but back to the plant. I picked this plant, or it stuck out to me because the structure of these leaves, it almost reminds me of like a cacti type of a plant, but it's very thick. It's very thick, like Hoya thick or Echeveria thickness of the leaves. Even the stalks. It's very beautiful. It's stunning, actually. And I think it pairs well with this pot. And also, too, it could be a very good conversation piece. When it wasn't on the sticks that I have, it was kind of like leaning over, and I'm not quite sure how strong it can be leaned over like that. I'm not too familiar about this plant, but I'm going to do some research on it to figure out what best way to care for this plant. But for the most part, I'm going to treat it like the succulent type that it is, and make sure that I give it bright indirect light And because the leaves are thick, I'm not going to be heavy-handed with the watering. And we'll just take it from there and see how how it goes, but I think it's gorgeous. It's very beautiful. Now, my next one. Okay, before I show you guys this one, I'm very happy that I have it part of my collection. I had it as a plant in a collection of mine earlier on, and I had this plant for over a year, and I don't know what happened. It was growing beautifully, but I think I might have just rotted out the roots by possibly overwatering it. I'm not 100% sure what happened, but it was one of my very treasured favorite plants that I had in my collection. I'm so glad I was able to acquire it again, and that is this Peperomia, the Ruby Cascade. I am just, this plant here, I mean, isn't that like remind you of like a fairy tale type of style growth? It's beautiful thick leaves, and look at the back. I don't even know if the camera's going to pick it up. That red tone in the back is beautiful, and it just grows wild and funky. And ever since I've had this plant, it really is starting to come out. It wasn't too hanging, but it is really starting to hang. I have it hanging directly in the window where it's getting that bright light, indirect light, to maintain the color. But look at that, you guys. Oh, it is a gorgeous plant. I am really excited that I have this one as part of my collection. My next plant, let's see. I had this plant in my beginning stages of being a plant parent. And as we typically do from time to time when we're in the beginning stages, we live and we learn, and I killed my plant. So I happen to be shopping in Aldi's, which is a grocery store in my area. I'm not quite sure if it reaches across the country. I really don't know. But they are starting to sell plants here and there. And I just happened to take a browse through, and I said, I'm going to try my hand in it again. And it's this beautiful aloe. This aloe vera. I think it's cute. And this was only, I say, $4. I think it was like $4.95. But I figured you can't really beat it because it's not planted. Let's see. It's not, if I can pull it out, it's not planted in this pot. It came with this pot, and it has a drainage hole. So half the work is already done for me. If I decide I want to up-pot it, I'll put it right into this pot. But I am just going to really be careful with this, and hopefully take my time with this plant and take the things that I've learned so far throughout my plant journey and try to apply it to this. And hopefully the second go around I won't kill it. Y'all let me know if y'all have this aloe vera in your home and how it's doing under your care. Curious. And if you have any care tips, please do share, because I really do love these plants because of the health benefit that it has. And I really would love to have this growing in my collection. Now my next plant, let's see, you guys, is a big one. It is this beautiful pink Syngonium. Look how big it is, you guys. Oh my goodness, I think I got this one from Lowe's. And I want to say I paid probably like $13.98 for this. Let me pull it out of this planter. God. Yep, I did. I see the price tag right here. $14.98. And if you love pink flowers or plants with that beautiful pink hue, then this is one of the plants that I would recommend you buying, that you can actually have that beautiful pink color and also not hurt your pockets when you buy it, such as like pink princesses or anything else that may be pink in variegation but is high in the cost factor. But look at that, you guys. And I already had this planter, and I just not quite sure if I'll leave it in there. It plays off it well, I think. I'm not sure. I'm just doing it for now because that's the available pot that I have. But look, isn't it lush, you guys? It is so full, and it is constantly unfurling. I have multiple growth points, or I mean, it's just constantly growing. And I have this sitting in my dining room, and it's directly underneath my Sansi light. I'll keep an eye on it. So far, so good, because I do know that Syngonium leaves are thin, and they can most likely burn if they are getting a little bit too much light. But so far, so good. I haven't really had any problems with the leaves yet, and I hope I don't. Now, I have one last plant, you guys, and I'm also very proud to have this in my collection. This is one of the plants that I've been looking for quite some time, and I had never had an opportunity to actually see one actually in person. So, and this is the Hoya Kentiana. Look at that. I wanted this plant because I already have the Hoya variegata, which is a very beautiful specimen. But I always wanted the Kentiana because it does have those elongated leaves like the Wyetii, but it also, if you take a closer look, you see those black margins around the edge of the leaves. It's very beautiful, and look how beautiful it does get when it is sun stressed. It is absolutely gorgeous, I think, and it's pretty full. I'm going to keep a watchful eye on it. I have this plant in my sunroom. It's not getting intense light. It is getting some bright indirect light from all angles in here. It seems to be doing well. I really haven't had this plant too long within the month of July as part of my collection, but I am happy, and I hope that it loves the area that I have it in, and I hope that it actually grows and thrives in my area, because the Wyetii seems to be doing very well in here, and I'm hoping that the Kentiana loves it too. And I think, you guys, I said this was the last plant, but I do remember that I had one more plant that I wanted to share, and I actually had it in here and it slipped my mind, you guys. So I'm just going to go get it, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. The last plant, you guys, that I actually do have is this beautiful Ficus Audrey. I already have the regular ficus and the ruby, and I wanted to just try my hand in this one. And this came into this cute little pot, this planter pot right here. It's not planted directly in there, and I think I paid like $13.98 or $12.98, something like that. But I thought it was a pretty good deal. Now, excuse me, I have heard that this plant, out of all of the rubber trees collections or ficus collection, that this can be a little bit fussy. So I'm just going to take my time with this plant, get to learn the plant, observe it as it grows in my environment, and see what it does like or versus what it doesn't like. The difference between this plant and the other ones, though, it is very, it's soft. It's like it has, like, almost like it has some, like, light hairs on the leaves. And it's a little bit thinner than what the traditional rubber tree would be, but it does feel very fuzzy. Even the stem itself feels a little different, but I think it's a beautiful plant nonetheless. I'm curious to see where this plant can go, and I hope it survives under my care. If you guys happen to have this, and if you do have any care tips, please share below with all of us. I'm quite sure any tips you can provide will be helpful, not just to me, but our entire plant community here. But this is pretty much it, you guys. It wraps up for this July plant haul with plants that I've acquired for the month of July. Let me know below, you guys, if you have any of these plants in your collection and how well they're doing in your environment. Yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. And as always, if you love foliage as much as I do, you love listening to planty things, hit that subscribe button, give me a big thumbs up or thumbs down, whatever you feel. I appreciate any support you guys can give me. Enjoy your day wherever you are in the world, and until next time, guys, much love.